Hey everybody, how are you guys doing on Wednesday? We are gonna try this thing again, Anna.
We have been having technical sound difficulties. Like, devil, back off, okay?
Get off of here.
Back off of this.
We know
Yes.
somebody is in need of what this word is. It's gonna break you free and through. So we are redoing our campfire scene without the campfire, and it's about saying Romans, Acts chapter 28, and we're gonna hit that again. Anna, what do you got? I'll let you talk. Go
Of
ahead.
course you will.
Of course I will. I handed her the dish.
Yeah, so we were trying to talk about that last night. It was such a good word, and I know it's going to encourage somebody. So the audio was terrible, so we apologize for that. But thank you guys for hanging in there with us. Thank you for the encouragement, all the notes and comments, and all the wonderful things y'all do. But we want to go touch back over Acts chapter 28. We're talking about Paul the man, Paul the man. And so if you know a little bit about Paul, Paul was an excellent writer. He writes 2/3 of the New Testament. He wasn't much of a preacher per se. The last time he preached, one time that he preached, a man fell out the window. He got so bored. Okay, he died. And he got resurrected. Paul went down there, no big deal. Go down there, lay hands on him, bring him back to life.
Stop.
So it's the truth. Paul was definitely a writer. So we see Paul's journey here. Paul is imprisoned. Kind of the setup of the story. Paul's in prison, and God says, "I want you to go to Rome." Paul's like, "Yes." He is. He's like crazy over the Lord now, very zealous, very a man of God, and so he's imprisoned. It's kind of just setting the backdrop here, and they have to use ships to get around. So he's been whipped. I mean, this guy has went through the mill. But he's on a ship. He'd already been before a bunch of officials, and everybody kept saying you're going to Rome, which Paul was cool with, even though they were trying before the Hebrews. He's like, no, I need to go to Rome. So because he knew the Lord told him to go to Rome, or that's where he wanted him to go. So either way he had to get there, he had to follow God.
Absolutely.
So here he is in prison. God gives him a word, and he's off. Well, long story short, the ship wrecks on an island called Malta. So the ship wrecks, and he's out there gathering wood. A snake jumps out of the fire, bites Paul. Well, now all the indigenous people are there, all the natives are there, and they see him, and immediately they think,
this man's done something.
This man is a sinner. This man is getting retribution. This man he's being judged by the gods. And
he's getting what he deserves.
He's getting what he deserves. And a lot of times, we're recording and we're uptown.
It looks a little sketchy, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're over here. Yeah, we run out of time late, and so here we are. But
anyways, they think that he deserves what he's got. They think, oh, the gods are dealing with you. You're gonna die because of the venom from the snake.
So what does Paul do? Paul
shakes that thing off.
Shakes the snake off. He doesn't blink. He doesn't freak out. He doesn't call 911. He doesn't do anything. He's a pretty interesting kind of guy. He shakes the snake off. And so all the people are watching all this. You know what? And this really reminds me of many times that you may have a snake biting you. Maybe not a real physical snake, but people who have bit you. They've said things about you. They've hurt you. They've betrayed you. And you've been bitten by a snake. And we got to look at Paul's life and realize what Paul did. Paul shook off the snake. He didn't call nobody. He didn't gossip to nobody. He didn't do anything like that. He just shook that snake off, and he done it right in front of everybody. He didn't do anything. He was just building a fire to get warm. And this is another thing. We'll say this: when you build a fire, the snakes come out.
Come on, that light, that heat, it's gonna draw them out.
So when you're trying to do something for God, sometimes you're building a fire, because we want to build a fire. We want to build a fire where we are. And a lot of you preachers out there, man, you have had a lot of people come against you. You've had people say things against you, judge you wrong, harshly. But you know what? I want to encourage you, keep building the fire. I want to encourage you, keep building the fire. So,
and the thing with that is the snakes are going to bite you, but as you're doing it, you're just shaking that thing off. No, you're not going to die. It's not going to kill you.
Well, I love the fact that Paul was so secure knowing that what God started, he will finish.
That's good.
We read that in the book of Philippians. But what he started, he's going to finish. So Paul knew that God said, I want you to go to Rome. So he was so convinced, even being shipwrecked, even being whipped, even now being bit by a snake, he knows that he has a mission and God's going to see it through.
That's confidence, man.
Yeah. So we want to encourage you guys out there. Maybe you've been betrayed. Maybe you have been bit. Don't give up. Stay. Keep the course. Stay the faith. Keep your chin up. Keep praying. Keep blessing. Keep loving. Keep having mercy. Keep being kind. Keep demonstrating the fruits of the Spirit, because you're going to shake that snake off and you're going to pick yourself back up and you're going to keep moving on. Okay? All right, guys. We're going to pray.
Oh, okay.
Bless you guys. And thank you guys for tuning in every week. We'll be back here again tomorrow evening. So if you like this broadcast, hey, give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give us a comment, tell us where you're watching from. And also, don't forget, we have our last night of prayer this Friday night, 6:30. It's women only, and we have been having a phenomenal time. It's been good. It's been so good.
It's been good.
So, Roxy, you want to pray for everybody that's really struggling right now and they just want to shake that snake off?
Absolutely. Father, thank you so much for the ability to shake the snakes off. They're going to come out when the fire gets warm, but God, we're not going to run from the fire. We're not going to allow these things to stay and get a hold of us and cause us to let the venom go in there to start distracting and tearing us down. So, God, we just thank you in advance for what you're doing, that you are helping us to continue to stay near the fire and shaking those things off. And Lord, we're giving you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Guys, go check out Acts 28 verses 1 through 10. That is our storyline. That's what we're talking about. And this is my baby. This is Speckles. He's a little spoiled. Just a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah, but go check that out. I just wanted you to see this little bear that's the Faith Up motto, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he could be a little mascot.
He's Roxy's little baby, and he loves his mom. So we just want to share. All right, you guys be blessed. And until tomorrow,
we'll see you soon, guys.